Hello and welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. Nope, not yet.
Up.
It's happy hour.
Sorry.
And we're going to toast the greatness of our West Coast champion. Trace Gallagher holds it down on the West Coast in the LA studio, which is incredibly beautiful. And now it is in use every single night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 in the West. Trace Gallagher, Fox News at Night. Welcome to Kennedy Saves the World.
Great to be here, Kennedy. Thank you
Cheers
so much.
To you,
now
Trace.
It's time,
Yes.
right? Here we go. Now it's time.
This is a gin mojito.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That is very refreshing.
It is very refreshing. And I was going to say, honestly, I was looking at the gin like not my favorite gin, but it's quite good. I'm not gonna pitch your Hockney brands here.
It's the only gin that I had in my office, and so I wanted to give you a choice between rum and something else.
Right.
And vodka didn't feel right, so I was like, oh, I'll grab this gin.
Well, let me just say we just got back from Nantucket, and I'm giving you a little bit of a hint. Nantucket, kind of a theme of Nantucket. That's the gin that I really like.
Oh, really?
This isn't that, but it'll give you kind of an idea of where we're going.
It's Bombay Sapphire. It's not garbage gin.
No, it's quite good, which is why I'm saying that is enjoyable.
It's muddled with mint from my garden.
Yeah, really?
Yes.
Who has a garden in the East Coast?
I mean, it's 2 hours away.
Okay.
It's at our cabin, which I planted a bunch of mint and basil and lemon balm and lavender because I love having fresh herbs. And Jenny Fela, Jimmy's wife, was walking me around the yard, and she points to this massive green patch, and she goes, "You know that's mint, right?"
Yeah.
And so I had this mint growing, and not wild, like someone probably planted it there before we got the place. And it's like these massive mint plants. So
wait, go back. Do you live near the Felas?
no, but they came and visited one weekend.
Ah, got it. Okay,
Yeah.
I love it. That's so fun.
Yes.
I'm thinking, oh my God, you live near the Felas.
Oh, that would be super fun.
It's like a constant comedy routine. How fun is that?
Do you live near anyone from Fox
I live,
in LA? It's so spread out.
You know, I live near like Kevin Burkhardt, who's
that's
the
awesome.
NFL announcer.
He seems cool.
Yeah, he's cool. Erin Andrews is
Yep.
down there. She's very cool. My buddy Colin Cowherd, who's in, he's now with Fox
The Herd.
Sports. Yeah,
Yep.
The Herd was one of my best friends. In fact, he introduced me to my wife
No
33
way.
years ago. Colin and I are, I've been in all his weddings, which is probably not the best way to phrase that. But
As my daughter would say, what is he, Henry VIII?
right, yeah, well, no, he's Henry III, but no, Colin and I worked together in Vegas years ago, and he was the sports guy and I was the news guy, and we became buddies, and he said one night, he goes, "Listen, my girlfriend, this girl I'm dating, has got this friend, if you want to go out Saturday night." I'm like, "Sure, I'll go out." But the girl that I was going to go out with saw me on television on the Friday night before the date and tried to cancel the date. She didn't like what she saw.
What?
She was a little younger than I was.
Lame.
So she couldn't this is before cell phones, so she couldn't get a hold of her mom, and she couldn't get a hold of me or her friend, and then she calls her mom, she's like, "I don't want to go, I don't like the way this guy looks," and the mom's like, "Just go. You don't know anybody in Vegas, you just got there, you might have fun." And then we got married, we moved we literally moved across country together 2 months later and got married.
That's why I always say that alchemy is so important.
Right.
Like being next to someone and looking them in the eye.
Yeah.
And feeling that bridge, that connection.
Yeah, she was. When I was younger, I was a professional water skier, and in doing so, you take all kinds of skis and stuff to the face. So I had stitches in my face about 11 times.
Wow.
So
Is that
when you're
like trick skiing specifically?
it's like you're doing front flips, you're doing show skiing, so you're doing back barefoot and front flips and back flips.
I mean,
and
barefoot
all
is
kinds
scary.
of
That's
stuff.
one thing. So I grew up water skiing. I never even dared try barefoot because you have to go so fast.
We could teach you to barefoot,
Oh, that
Kennedy,
would-
in 4 seconds. We put you on the boom, teach you to barefoot in 4 seconds.
I can still slalom. Like slalom's really hard if you haven't done it for a few years, and it's always like a few years, and like my forearms feel like they're gonna snap off every time.
Are you kidding
But
me?
I can still get up. Like I can still fight it and get up. But now I really like wakeboarding.
Really?
Because wakeboarding, you
it's-
just pop right up. You can jump the wake. Like it's easier.
We still do a lake trip every year, but now it's like kids, they don't really want to ski anymore because skiing is old school.
Do they
so
wakeboard?
They wakeboard and
Or
then they
wake surf.
So wake surfing
I've
is the
never
big
tried
thing.
that. It looks awesome.
It's so fun because, like we have a boat and it's down in Texas. And so we go and it's a wakeboard, wake surf boat.
Yeah.
And so you just turn you put the thing on there and the wave is on the right side or the left side. And the kids now can wear this bracelet and does two things. One, it can switch the wave from side to side.
No way.
And two, it turns the music up as loud as they want. So they can sit there and the music is blaring and they're going from side to side. So now anybody who comes on the lake trip, all they want to do is wake surf. I'm like, hey, you guys want to go skiing? No, we want to go wake surf. That's all we want to do.
I still love water skiing.
Yeah, it's awesome. Me too.
I
I'm a
think
water
it's
skier.
so special.
We get up in the morning. The skiers get up in the morning. They go out when the water's really
glassy,
flat.
yeah.
But everybody else like, no thanks. We'll do a little wake surfing and a little wakeboarding.
That was always the frustrating thing, is looking out when it was choppy. It's so tough when you're water skiing. I mean, it's better wakeboarding. I'm sure it's great when you're wake surfing because you don't care, because you're generating all of this disturbance.
So back to the story. My wife, my now wife, was then this girl that I was dating, and because I had literally so many times stitches in my face, and every time you get stitches, they would say, we can have a plastic surgeon come and do that. But I didn't know at 21 years old that I was going to be in TV. And I'm like, no, just stitch me up. I'm going drinking with my buddies, right? So they stitched. So by the time I'm, 29, when I look like I've got scars all over my face. And she's looking at me like, whoa, you some kind of an axe murderer? I was talking to somebody in a bar, and I look over, and
professional water skier, much more dangerous.
Yeah, she's staring at me, and I'm thinking, why are you, she's like, all these scars all over your face. But they've now kind of gone away. So a little makeup on top of it.
Exactly.
It helps.
A little slap and dash.
Yeah.
A little primer.
Yep. So here we are.
Good to go.
It's great. Yeah.
That's so exciting. How long have you been married?
31 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kronia Pola, many years and many more.
Perfecto.
So smooth when it hits the
lips. It's really nice.
What do you make of Kamala saying she's not going to run for governor because this system is broken?
Yeah.
What does that tell you, A, about the state of California, or about the state of Kamala Harris?
Yeah, I think the state of Kamala Harris is more broken than the system is broken. I mean, it's kind of amazing to me that Kamala Harris, and if you saw the TikTok, if not, you got to look up the TikTok of Kamala Harris, because she's waited now, 6 months, 7 months to kind of come out. And she's going to say, okay, I'm doing this book. And then she comes out with this TikTok, and the TikTok is embarrassing. It's painful to watch. And you think, wait, you, in 6 months, with all your advisors and the people that you know, you came out with that. That's what you did?
Yeah.
You came out with, this thing is embarrassing. It was terrible.
Is it the one where she looks like she's in an abandoned Barnes and Nobles, and then she's like,
right.
was she just drinking the whole time?
Yeah, I think this is brutal. This is the way you come out. No way you're not governor. Nobody wants to support, she couldn't win governor of California, which is why she's not running. And that's the whole thing. There was an Emerson poll that came out right after the election, and she was at 37%, right? So she was by far the leading candidate in the Democratic Party. This is just after the last election. That same Emerson poll came out a couple of weeks ago. She's at 13%.
Whoa.
And she's 3 points behind, drumroll, Pete Buttigieg. Are you kidding me? Pete Buttigieg is now the #1 guy in this poll. It just shows you Kamala Harris has no traction. She just has no traction at all. Back to your question, which is, the system is broken. Listen, Kamala Harris has the audacity to say, no, the system is broken. The Democratic Party is fine.
That's great.
We're in great shape. We are still the leaders of it, but the system itself is broken. Trump, he's violating every norm. This is not the way America should run. And you think, really? Because you and your partner, Joe Biden, destroyed this country over 4 years, did as much as you could to destroy this country, and now it's being repaired, and the system is broken? Come on.
Okay, but simultaneously, Gavin Newsom is handing over a state that is just ravaged from the inside out, and he has done so much to put whoever is the next governor, and I really hope it's not a Democrat from that Eric Swalwell, Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi, Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom system.
Yeah.
I really, really hope and pray it's like literally anyone outside of that system.
It's really hard, though. I mean, in California, you know how big the Democratic machine is. And when they get all that money and they get all that power behind them, it's hard. I mean, the whole California legislature is Democrat, 77% Democrat. It's just hard to beat the machine. I mean, you can say, oh, Steve Hilton's going to run, and you've got, they talk about Rick Caruso a lot, who might run for L.A. mayor again.
I hope he runs for L.A. mayor, and I hope he stops the Gavin Newsom plan of turning Altadena and Pacific Palisades into low-income multifamily housing.
Right. I mean, and you know more about that than anybody, but it's exactly right. I mean, somebody needs to do something. I mean, Karen Bass has been a disaster for the city of Los Angeles. And so, I mean, what do? The Republicans are like, even though in 2024, the 11 counties in California's 57 counties, 11 counties went red. And that's a huge deal. But still, when you talk about Los Angeles and San Francisco and San Diego, deep blue, all three of those places, regardless of the fact the rest of the state is red, really red in a lot of places, you've still got the population centers that are so deep blue. It's just hard to get past that machine.
Don't go anywhere. More Kennedy Saves the World right after this.
Yeah, but if the wildfires didn't do it, I don't know what does.
Well, the wildfires, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's going to give them a hit. It's going to be a hit. The wildfires, the homeless, the tax base, the gas prices, the electricity prices, the housing prices, you name it. And if anybody who would really thinks, oh my God, this is the greatest state in the world, you're crazy. But at the same time, it's also the state that says, we're going to give you this, and we're going to give you this, and we're going to protect the illegal immigrants, and we're going to do this, and we're going to give you this, and we're going to give out this.
But they're means testing Medi-Cal. So, people who, older people who have a home no longer qualify for the program.
Right.
But they're giving it to 7 million illegal immigrants.
Right.
Like it's the one place that doesn't understand, like, you can have open immigration, but you cannot have an open welfare system. Government is unsustainable if you do that.
Right, and that's losing popularity. I mean, that's the whole thing. When Gavin Newsom put all that money into, giving health care to these illegal immigrants, people said, whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, when Californians say, when San Francisco, which is now really kind of, the pendulum is kind of swung so far left, but now it's kind of moving back, because even San Francisco is like, we had this beautiful city.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe one of the prettiest cities in the world. I
agree completely. I loved San Francisco. I want to love it again.
Yeah, we lived there for 3 years. We lived up in Marin County, and I never got tired of driving across the Golden Gate Bridge, because it's just so spectacular, right? San Francisco's a great city, and Marin County is great and stuff, and it just fell apart. The last time I was up there covering Joe Biden and Xi Jinping, the meeting they had a couple of years ago.
When they tried to hide the homeless?
Yeah, they hid the homeless. They cleaned up the streets. They drove them down one street. They cleaned everything up, and you're like, oh my God, it looks like the Fox lot, where it's this, 1950 Southern California, like crazy. This is crazy stuff. But then the next day it's out. It's like the Super Bowl in LA, right? They clean up all the homeless, all the roads, all the buses that come in, like, well, isn't this the nicest place on the planet? And then 4 days later, all the buses are back, and the RVs are back with all the homeless, and they're smoking dope and injecting heroin, and that's just kind of the way it is in California, because there's no solution.
No, but see, that's the thing. Like, the actual solutions, the things that will get people better, they don't want to do that.
No.
Because they're like, no, we just need to build people homes. We just need more money for these nonprofits, and we need to build people homes.
Right.
And it's like, oh, we haven't built any because they're too expensive.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, maybe don't do that. Maybe, like, get people psychiatric care and rehab and actually make them better, because maybe they need more than a home.
Yeah. And maybe if you're in Oregon, you don't legalize drugs.
Yeah.
Maybe there's things that you do around the country. Maybe if you're in New York, you don't elect a socialist as your mayor.
Yeah.
There's little things, just little things.
But I feel like San Francisco, like, people who are exhausted in San Francisco, even in Chicago, they're trying to let New York know, do not elect a socialist. They can do so much damage in a short period of time.
Right. But that's the whole thing, is how do you convince these people? I mean, I don't know how you can look at, people are so misinformed and underinformed that it's really hard to convince people. You have these conversations at Christmas dinners and Thanksgiving dinners, and you have families come together and they say stuff, and you're like, well, that's not true.
Yeah.
Where did you get that?
Yeah.
And then they say it like, oh, they know exactly. And that's not true.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that people have convictions, but the problem is people get superficial, very tiny, compact nuggets of information on TikTok. And there's so much, but it's really fascinating. So, and I saw this last night. I was at an event at the Union League Club, and all of the younger guys are conservative. And, I see that with my daughter's guy friends. Like, there's so many of them who are conservative. So they're getting information that runs contrary to the narrative that has just been shoved down kids' throats for years and years and years.
Yeah.
But you just want more of them to wake up and smell the rationality.
Yeah, or are they getting the party that used to be the information from the people that used to be their party, which is that you're just a crappy person.
Yeah.
I mean,
why
that's
would I
the
want
whole
to be a
thing.
part of a party that hates me?
Right. That's the whole thing is, your party hates you and they're telling you you're a crappy person and you need to do this and this and this. And then like, wait a minute, because over on this party, these guys really seem to think they're great. They're great people and they want you to become great. It's like this presidential physical fitness test, right? Coming back in the mix.
Who would push against that though?
Because that's the whole thing.
That's what's shocking to me is there are people who are like, oh, well, this is racist.
Who would allow biological males to play against females?
Yeah.
The answer is apparently a lot of people. Apparently, maybe 20% of the population. But it's that whole thing where the Democrats, they go on social media and they take the first 1,000 people who are the angriest and the loudest and they're like, well, that's what the country wants.
Yeah.
And you think that's not what the country wants.
Yes.
That's what people want. It's not the way the country works.
I know, that's such a good point. And it's so frustrating.
Right, they
like,
build
this
their
is
media.
This is not real life.
This is not the country. And the
Yes.
Democrats have built their party on, you got to do this, you got to do this. And you think that's not what the country wants.
And obviously, like, those people are pretty miserable. You're
Right.
never going to make them happy.
No.
Like, appeasement doesn't make anything better. They don't have a better vision
No.
of how the world should be. And if you adhered to their rules, like, maybe people would be able to afford. No.
Yeah.
Like, if you adhere to their rules, there are more violent, crazy people out there, the recidivists who are
Right.
reoffending. Your taxes are astronomically high. All the rich people have left.
Yep.
And, it's like every town turns into Detroit.
Yeah. And it's really sad when you kind of look at the 30,000 foot angle and you think these people, I think in their heart of hearts, think they're on the right side of history. They're trying to help people. And you look at this illegal immigration debate and they're like, oh, you are cruel for arresting these people. And you think, it's fascinating to me that you don't know the damage that you're doing to the people you're trying. We go in, my wife is involved in this charity that actually helps get money and get football and baseball and basketball uniforms and all kinds of athletic equipment for these kids in underserved schools so that they can do something from 2:30 in the afternoon until 5:30, which are the most dangerous hours of the day.
Yeah, I mean, that is the witching hour. Like,
Right.
that is the
That's
critical
exactly
zone.
right. And because they're with these friends, they're with bad groups, they're not doing athletics, they're not doing the things because they don't really have any groups or associations, so they get with the wrong people. So this is the way to get these kids involved in this. And every one of these underserved schools has one major problem in these areas. Not in Manhattan Beach, where we live, by the way, but in some of these underserved areas, they are flooded with these illegal immigrant children. And so you've got kids that are struggling to learn anyway, and now they're getting half the education they had 4 years ago.
Yes,
And
because half of it is being taught in Spanish.
It's taught in Spanish, and they don't get it, and they
And
just
it's
sit
not
around.
it's not the kids' fault. Like,
Right.
I don't blame them. Like, they're not the ones who are like, hey, mom and dad, let's go up north.
Right.
But they don't have and they also, like, when my mom and our family moved here from Romania, they had to learn English. They had no choice.
Right.
They weren't going to teach class
Right.
in Romanian.
There's a very prominent middle school in South Central Los Angeles. I'm not going to give you the name. It's a very well-known name, but they had 141. This is 7th, 8th, and 9th graders. 141 of those kids made the honor roll, right, of this school. And after testing was done, not a single student in the school could read or do math at grade level. Not one.
So it's just like insane grade inflation.
Just pass these kids along and do whatever. They're not going to teach them, but oh my God, you're doing great honor roll. Oh my, aren't you great honor roll? And the kids test them back, and he can't read or
Yeah,
write.
but then when they go to college, professors love failing those kids.
Of course, yeah.
Because it's like, oh no, there's academic rigor here.
Yeah.
Unless they're teaching them how to be baby socialists.
Yeah, it's so fun.
And then you can run for mayor of New York City. What do you do to relax when all of this? Because it can be exhausting.
I sit and drink with Kennedy. We
That's
just
right.
sit and we just drink cocktails. That's what I do. We do a lot of stuff. We walk, we hike hills. Me and my wife, because we have the mornings. I don't go in. My show is at 8:00 in the West, so I go in around 2:00 in the afternoon, and we're kind of working on it throughout the day. But in the morning, we're walking, we're running hills, we're out doing a little bit of stand-up paddle surfing or playing tennis and stuff like that. So it's super fun. So that's kind of the stuff we do to kind of relax and hang out, and and then I drink a little bit of red wine here and there.
Good for you.
It's good
Clear
for
out the
you.
arteries.
That's right. That's right. So it's all good.
Well, Trace, it has been a delight talking to you.
Thank you, Ken.
I want to see some of the footage of your pro water skiing days because I will be endlessly fascinated.
I'm going to bring it next time. My next happy hour visit.
Fantastic. Cheers to you, Trace.
Cheers to you. Thank you, Ken.
Thank you, dear. This has been Kennedy Saves the World Happy Hour along with Trace Gallagher. I'm Kennedy.
Cheers.
Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app. Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.